Today I want to talk to you guys about a solid foundation, a.k.a. a belief system. Something that God's been putting firmly on my heart to tell you guys because these days are no joke, okay? Things are getting serious, getting real, and, I've had some things that happen in life to where if I let it, if I didn't believe in God, if I didn't stand firm in His word, then it would have took me out because it was that difficult to deal with. But today I'm going to help you guys to not have to do the things that I've done and make the same mistakes that I've made, so that even though things hurt, you don't act out and lose more than was required of you to lose. So today we're going to talk about a solid foundation. And a solid foundation by Jesus is defined as not just hearing His word, but acting on them. Meaning we're vessels. God needs us to be, He needs us to use us to heal and to help other people around us. That is our purpose. This is a vessel, not a self-pleasure machine. Okay? You might want to please yourself by eating certain things and drinking certain things and doing certain things. But aside from those things that we desire, God really has us for Him. Okay? And I love it. Then also a foundation, they're crucial for endurance. Because without a firmly godly based foundation, your structure or lives cannot withstand trials. I promise you. That's why this is what consequences are set up for. Once you are quick to your anger and you act out in your anger, then there's a consequence for you. But if you trust in God and you act on that, there are no weapons formed against you can prosper. All right. Also, outside God's covenant, there's no protection. So within that firm foundation is God's protection. And I can tell you, for one, that I've needed God protection this past year, so much so that I'm just so grateful that I've made Him my foundation. Because without Him being my foundation, I would have lost it after they took my daughter. Without Him as my foundation, I would have lost it finding out that my mother was my worst and biggest enemy. Without Him as my foundation, the other day, I decided to allow my emotions to give them room, and I could not even gather my thoughts, my mind, nothing. So I grabbed back on, because He's right there. And I'm holding on, because without Him, I'm everywhere. All over the place. I'm angry. I'm sad. But with Him, I'm all right. I got room to believe and faith and hope and trust. Even when it don't look like to the outside world, because that does not matter. Being faithful and trusting in God, it's not a look. It is what it is. And everyone's not going to get it. But you got it. Use it. I prayed 16 years for my daughter. I endured so much pain, humiliations, body innocence being taken. But that didn't stop me from wanting my child. That didn't stop me from wanting to love and help people, because my foundation has always been God. Right? And a part of God's reasoning, what He wants you to know, is that when you hold on to Him and you create and you build your foundation on Him, He has promises for you. He has promises. And God's promises is a transformed heart, where you no longer have to try to control it and tell it to be okay when it's not. Where it will no longer be able to be hurt as much because of the protections that you learn to apply as you step into God's promise. And then complete forgiveness from God. all sins, all wrongs, anything that is not like him. He's willing to forgive us. Unlike human beings who hold grudges, who use it against you, who use it as a measurement, who never let it go. But unlike them, he's greater. So we might want to people please and be accepted by people, but the truth is, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're going to get let down time after time after time again. So take it from me. Someone who was family oriented when he still am. But for my family that God blessed me with, my daughter. That what you're used to, what made you comfortable, that's not a solid foundation. In a solid foundation, there is truth, patience, compliance, and the knowledge and knowing that God never fails, ever. I can promise you that. They took my daughter, but they did not take my love from God, which helps me stay here because God has given me the strength to endure, the faith to believe, and the hope to wait. My daughter's coming home. And in my next video, I don't know, when she comes home, I'll let you guys see her. I believe she's meant for y'all. Like I'm meant for y'all, if you catch my drift. So, I would like to start by reading a couple more scriptures from the Bible. So one of the scriptures is Romans 8:24-25. I'm reading from a board, so yeah. 24, for in this hope we were saved, but hope that is seen is not hope at all. Who hopes for what they already have, right? It's like me hoping for a phone to record my cell phone. Here it is. Kind of wasted a hope. Already got it. Okay? But if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. Okay? And what I wrote to kind of help with that is to desire something with expectation of fulfillment, with with confidence, basically. You hope and wait patiently with confidence, knowing that he will come through. Because you need to also remember, his timing is not our timing. One day is 1,000 days to God, and 1,000 days is one day. I know you didn't kind of grasp that, but his timing is not our timing. And also lean not on your own understanding. What that means is when you are hurting and crying, that's doubt. You can't trust God and cry. I'm not saying don't get it out. It's necessary. But once you get it out, do not let it cross over into double-mindedness, where you're believing in God, but you're also believing in your emotion. You got to pick one. Your emotions or God. Everything comes down to this or God, that or God, him or God, her or God, you or God, my daughter or God. And I can tell y'all the truth. It's going to be to some of y'all, right? But I can live without my daughter, apparently. It hurts, but I can. I don't want to, and I'm not going to. Not good. But one thing I know is that I cannot live without God. It's worse. way more painful. I need God more than I need my daughter. I need God in my life, using me more than I need to be a mother, a sister, a friend. And being honest with you guys, God had put Abraham in my heart just before the situation happened. My daughter being away from me is a test of faith. Because I got lazy. I got comfortable. And a lot of you guys are not going to appreciate me saying this or understand or even believe that I know what I'm saying. But when God wants something from you, he touches something so you can begin to listen and hear him. And trust me, I hear him now. And I'm waiting for instructions and directions now. Because he has something I want. Because I have something he wants. My voice. My past. For you guys. So moving forward. So 2 Corinthians 5:7. And just to reiterate, this is about creating a solid foundation, also known as a belief system. So in 2 Corinthians, this is faith and belief. For we walk by faith, not by sight. So a solid foundation is speaking of something that in this life we walk on. But what I'm talking about is a solid foundation that we walk on spiritually. Something that keeps us standing, our head high, and moving forward. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. A foundation to use when you want to give up. Not something when there's a space between something and you're going to fall through. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the times that are hard, and in order to get from here to there, you need a solid foundation that you can walk on spiritually and make it to the other side so that you won't fall. And if you do fall, you can get right back up because God is right there. He's right there. Okay, so say that. Okay, so believe is accepting something as true. So you feel sure of the truth. That's believe. When you believe, you know that it's true. You're sure that it's true. It's true. So when you believe in God, you say, I believe in God, and someone comes and tell you that God does not exist, there's no need to argue. You know the truth. So when someone comes for your foundation and they're trying to crack at your foundation, remember your boundaries. It's my first video. And remember the truth. They go hand in hand. That boundary keeps you from snapping, accepting what is not true, to where you can place the truth in front of and after the boundary so that the boundary is set up. And now here you got the truth, making the boundary easy to deal with, follow, accept. Yep, you don't believe in God? That's okay. He's real to me. Why God let bad stuff happen? I don't know. Ask him. I don't argue people don't believe in God. It's kind of weird. So keep that in mind. People, God is not in the midst of arguments. I'm saying that because people will test you. So James 2:19. What does it profit, my brethren, if someone says he has faith but does not have works? Can faith save him? Faith is good. But when you have faith, faith is believing. And the works of having faith is trusting. Do you trust in what you're believing? Or are you just believing, hoping that it will come about because you don't truly know? It doesn't matter whether you know or not. Just believe. Believe with everything inside of you, because at the end of the day, belief is completely necessary. Keeps us afloat. Believe. Don't worry about knowing. We're working with a mysterious God here. Someone who knows you better than you know you. Someone who sees all and knows all. The Alpha and Omega. It's not about control. It's about obedience. So, rely on God's truth by knowing it's true. Right now, people are coming for God's people. They're coming for his word. They're coming for everything that has to do with God and making it look one way. But just believe. Believe that it's true and stand on that. Because right now, you are one of few. And I say few because the path to hell is wide. And many will find it. Many people that you know. And the path to heaven is crooked and narrow. And only few stumble across it. Only few build a foundation on God strong enough to make it to that narrow pathway. Because people make it sound like it's something you do. No, it's something you choose. Like a flavor or a scent or a color. When you choose God every single day, despite of what's going on, you're choosing a solid foundation. When where you want to break down and cry and lose it, you ask God to hold you, and you hold him, and y'all hold each other. You know what I mean? God ain't really, don't need you to hold him, but you hold each other, and you do what he tell you to do. Because if you don't, life is not that great without him and his guidance. Okay? So in this walk, in this solid foundation that you're going to build, or that you're building, or that you've already built, that you got a few little nooks and crannies in, remember, it takes patience. It takes compliance with God. It takes believing, knowing that he is God and that he will do just what he said he's going to do. But for sure, one thing I know is he never, ever, ever fails. Okay?